Ni siku ya mkutano wa kitaifa wa nishati safi ya kupikia Tanzania, na moja kwa moja kutoka Arusha tupo hapa na wadau wa maendeleo, lakini tukiendelea kuzungumza na kujenga hoja kama tunavyoelewa kwamba tuko kuitafuta 2034 ambayo itakuwa imebeba malengo makubwa, kwa sababu katika kuchagiza maendeleo ya nishati safi ya kupikia Tanzania tulipo sasa, ushirikiano na mikakati ya kufikia malengo ya 80% ya kaya zinazotumia nishati safi ya kupikia ifikapo 2034. Na moja kwa moja hapa ndani ya Power Breakfast, Najma Paul pamoja na Farhan tumeungana na mdau baada ya kuzungumza na wadau ambao wanaandaa miradi ya kuweza kufikia kaya tofauti kwa ajili ya kuendelea kutoa elimu sahihi ya nishati safi, lakini pia kuendelea kuhakikisha kwamba kila Mtanzania anafikiwa na matumizi ya nishati safi. Tumetoka kusikia hapa mradi wa Cook Fund ambao una dhaminiwa kabisa kibingwa kabisa na EU, European Union, na leo hapa moja kwa moja tumeungana sasa na mdau kutoka European Union. Kabla sijamtambulisha, labda ni kueleze mlengo mkuu wa kuungana naye. So as we're focusing on Tanzanians' journey towards clean cooking energy, a key pillar in improving health, protecting our environment and reducing deforestation, the European Union, through different partnership and programs like Cook Fund and other programs, is actively supporting this transition by investing in clean and affordable cooking solutions across the country. Lengo kubwa kama nilivyokueleza ni kuhakikisha ifikapo mwaka 2034 Tanzania inafikia 80% access to clean cooking solution. Hatua muhimu sana kuelekea maendeleo endelevu na mazingira salama kwa vizazi vijavyo. Sasa moja kwa moja hapa tumeungana na Max ambaye ni Program Manager Energy kutoka European Union. Hello Max.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, how are you?
All right. We're great. We're doing great. So let's kickstart to the first question that will actually lead us to have an amazing dialogue here right now. How is the European Union strategically supporting Tanzania's transition to clean cooking energy, and why is this a priority globally?
Let's maybe start from the last point.
Yes.
It's a priority globally because European Union is deeply involved in sustainable development, what we call the Green Deal. Green Deal means creating businesses, economy, and development with a sustainable perspective for what regards natural resources and impact to the environment. Clean cooking is one of the elements in the world, in the underdeveloped world mostly, that needs to be expanded, because the current way the current technology that people use is not environmentally sustainable, which means it's degrading the environment and is eroding the biomass resources, the forest resources. It needs to be understood that the population in developing countries is growing rapidly, and is growing more rapidly than the adoption of clean cooking. So it's really an urgency now to accelerate, to keep pace with the growing population. Now, we can say happily, Tanzania is in the forefront, is a champion country, but many others are far, far behind.
Oh, really?
Yes. So
for how long, if we can get the official statistics maybe?
In sub-Saharan Africa as a whole, there is an average, optimistically 16% of the population may use clean cooking devices.
Okay.
Only.
Okay.
And in Tanzania we are above that. Tanzania has set an ambitious target, not only with the strategy of 2034 having the 80%, but the Energy Compact says 75% already by 2030.
Okay.
Yeah? So it's an ambitious country. It's paving the way for the others. Others are getting inspiration from Tanzania. So how can we help? We started with this integrated approach to sustainable cooking solution, which is the name of the program hosting the event today, which has many layers and many components. Because supporting clean cooking is a complex business. It's not simply convincing somebody or giving out a clean cooking stove and say, please use it from now on. There's a lot of different layers of intervention.
What are the biggest barriers currently slowing down the adoption of clean cooking solutions in Tanzania, and how is EU addressing this?
I would say two biggest barriers, equally important. The first barrier is affordability, because of course every family that wants to shift to a cleaner cooking device has to spend money to acquire the new technology. But it's an initial capital expenditure. In the long run, the same family will save money because cleaner technologies, operationally speaking, they are less costly than using charcoal, for example. So a family using charcoal at the end of the month will always spend more than any other family using any other cleaner technologies. But the problem is, how do a family acquire, for example, the first stove, or the first bottle of LPG, or the first electric stove? And this is where we want to intervene. The European Union wants to make it easier. How can we make it easier? We support the private sector companies in investing. We provide capital for them to invest. We mobilize external capital. We draw attention also from the banks, so that companies that want to develop, they have less strain, financial strain, to create their products, and they make it more affordable. We also have subsidies for end users. So at the end, this initial effort that I was mentioning of a family to shift to the cleaner cooking solution is easier, is not as big as it could be. Of course, this is just the start of the process. The other big element, I would say, is awareness and cultural understanding, because many people hesitate to shift to cleaner cooking. They believe that the meal will not taste the same as good as if they use the traditional way, and then don't fully understand. Maybe many people, they still fear gas. They may think, oh, this is dangerous. Or many people fear the use of electricity because they rightly believe that electricity, yes, it's expensive, but in the long run, as I said, if you calculate what a family spends in charcoal and what a family spends in electricity, the family spending in electricity will save money compared to the family spending in charcoal. So it's a matter also understanding. Exactly.
Okay, kwa faida ya msikilizaji wa Power Breakfast at Clouds FM, anayezungumza ni meneja mradi wa clean cooking kutokea Umoja wa Ulaya kwa maana ya EU, na kwa upande wake anazungumza kwamba katika nchi ambayo inafanya vizuri katika swala zima la upikaji kwa nishati safi ama nishati safi ya kupikia barani Afrika, basi Tanzania kuna hatua kubwa sana tumepiga. Tuko 28%, lakini wao wanaona mwendo ni mzuri, na target ilikuwa kufikia 2034 tuwe tumefikia 80%. Na yeye anazungumza kwamba kufikia mwaka 2030 tutakuwa tayari tumefikia 75%. Maana yake ni kwamba hata kufikia hiyo mpaka 2034 kwa kiasi kikubwa tutakuwa tumefika eneo kubwa sana. Anazungumzia kwamba kuna changamoto mbalimbali ambazo zinajitokeza, pamoja na kwamba Umoja wa Ulaya wanafadhili wafanyabiashara, wanafadhili initiatives ama mawazo mbadala mbalimbali, lakini changamoto zipo. Mojawapo hizo changamoto ni utamaduni wa Watanzania. Wanaamini katika kupikia mkaa, wanaamini katika kupikia kuni, lakini wanakiamini kwamba ni nishati nafuu zaidi, lakini ni nishati yenye gharama kubwa sana, kwa sababu ukitumia umeme, ukitumia gas, manake ni kwamba gharama inakuwa ndogo na gharama inakuwa nafuu kwa kiasi kikubwa sana. Ndicho ambacho anachokizungumzia hapa, kwa maana ya kwamba kwenye nishati safi ya kupikia. So when we talk about when we remain on the same issue, we have been talking about reaching the milestone of 80% by 2034. When we are about to approach 75% by 2030s, we are about to reach there. For me, I think that we can do more to achieve more within this short period of time. What should be done by stakeholders in Tanzania and the government to make sure that we reach maybe 100% in a short period of time? What should be done and what is not done?
I think we are on the right track, but there's a lot to be done indeed. The first thing is to implement the clean cooking strategy. There is an official clean cooking strategy, and all the right principles are already there. So it's a matter now to put this into translate this into reality. For example, the strategy mentions that there should be, for example, VAT exemption for all the clean cooking technologies, while today only one technology benefits from VAT exemption, is the LPG. This should be expanded to all the technologies using clean cooking. There should be the creation of a clean cooking fund. This project, funded by EU, has created a clean cooking fund, but this now should be owned by the government, created by the government. This is just an isolated initial effort that needs to be now made official and institutional. There should be a clean cooking fund, and this is in the strategy. There should be also clear regulation and standards. So, for example, all the producers that want to sell a clean cooking stove, they have to be strictly regulated. Otherwise, you will say to me, "Oh, I have a clean cooking stove," but your cooking stove is probably not really efficient. It's still polluting. It's still harmful for the family because it's not been tested. So, Tanzania Bureau of Standards' role to certify that your stove is indeed clean, efficient, and non-polluting. For example, this also needs to be promoted, and also made more affordable, because we have cases of developers that are still complaining, say, "Oh, I want to certify my stove, but it's too expensive." So this needs to be also facilitated. And of course, as I said, awareness. The role of the government is educate, and explain to people that clean cooking is not more expensive in the long run. And maybe the last thing, sensitize also the banking sector. Banks are already helping the energy sector as a whole, but still not enough helping the clean cooking sector. They should release more easy opportunities for borrowing money to entrepreneurs and developers and startups in Tanzania.
Okay, as we are winding up, would like to hear your word to the stakeholders, to the country of Tanzania from the European Union. What's your take on this agenda, this strategy, this initiative of clean cooking?
The strategy is a perfect strategy. So we really praise this effort. We also support it with the project in drafting it. But this is really an owned exercise. The government did it by itself. They mobilized their expertise, and they really drafted the correct principle. Tanzania has a president that is bringing forward to the whole world the clean cooking agenda. So I think all the ingredients are there to achieve the targets that we have in mind.
Msikilizaji wa Power Breakfast Clouds FM kutoka Umoja wa Ulaya, meneja mradi wa nishati ya kupikia amezungumza vizuri kabisa kwamba cha kwanza ni kwamba anakumbusha wadau, serikali kuendelea kusukuma ajenda, kuendelea kufikisha mawasiliano, kufikisha taarifa kwa wananchi kuhusiana na nishati safi ya kupikia. Anachokiona ni swala la elimu tu. Elimu inapaswa kufikishwa, mapambano yanapaswa kuendelea kuhakikisha kwamba kila Mtanzania anaelewa nini ambacho kinatakiwa. Lakini neno lake la mwisho amezungumzia swala zima la kwamba banks, kwa maana mabank yanafanya kazi kubwa sana, lakini yanapaswa kukopeshwa zaidi ili aweze kufikisha swala hilo kwa Watanzania, kufikisha mradi kwa Watanzania. Lakini pia anazidi kukumbusha kuhusiana na sera, kuhusiana na mikakati ya kuhakikisha kwamba tunafika sehemu kubwa ili kufikia 2034 target tuliyojiwekea nishati safi ya kupikia iwe imefikiwa. Gharama ni kubwa, kuna kuugua kutokana na mkaa, kuna wale macho mekundu, uharibifu wa mazingira umekuwa mkubwa, pia inaweza kusababisha ukame, momonyoko wa ardhi, changamoto inakuwa kubwa sana. Kwa hiyo maporomoko ya ardhi pia yanatokea, landslides na vitu kama hivyo. Kwa hiyo yote yataweza kufanyika kama tutatunza mazingira.
Sawa Farhan, basi tumemaliza kuyajenga hapa na Bwana Max kutoka EU, na nadhani utakuwa umepata vizuri kabisa mwongozo kutoka kwa hawa ambao ndo funders wakuu ambao ndo wanaweza kusimamia hii miradi yote, wanafadhili miradi yote hii ambayo tunaizungumza hapa leo. Tunaijengea hoja hapa leo tukiwa tunazungumza swala zima la nishati safi. Tunaamini kabisa kama ambavyo Farhan amesema, to be able to reach the key milestones we must be able to accept the changes, ili inapofika 2034 basi hiyo 80% clean cooking target hiyo imekuwa achieved. Max, thank you so much for your time.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you.